Lincoln, the state capital of Nebraska. Midway point, first match, stepladder finals. Pepsi, PWBA, Lincoln Open. And Liz Johnson, the 3 seed, trying to expand the lead to 33 pins. In the 6th. That looked great. Right off her hand. And just drills through the 1-3 pocket, all 10 down.
It's a great shot by Liz. Can't even say enough about it. Sliding at about 9 at the foul line. 5, 6 straighter. Go down here, curve in. Watch this beautiful path to the pocket. Hits the 1-3. Ball goes straight back into the 8-9. X marks the spot.
5 of 6 strikes now for Liz. She won't get a 300 here, but any player who does roll a 300 game on our CBS Sports Network finals will receive a $10,000 bonus from the PWBA. That comes in way light, but gets some help. Late hits and just a single pin, 10 standing.
Yeah, she was getting comfortable, and speed again is one of her assets as well. This one up the lane, 5, but definitely right down the lane outside of the normal zone it's been in. 7-pin trips from behind. Let's see, hits a 3-pin. 5 goes into the 7, 7 comes off. Catches a nice lucky break to come forward.
Career seasons, multiple wins for the Hall of Famer. She's done over a long period of time.
Yeah, Liz has been on tour, I think, since she was the age of about 21. 96 U.S. Women's Open Ladies and Legends. Her resume just keeps growing and growing more and more each year. 2001 St. Clair Classic Foundation Games. In 2015, the Queens, the Detroit Open, and the U.S. Open. She wins both majors in the same year.
Knocked out Shannon O'Keefe. Dramatic final in New Jersey at the U.S. Open. Shannon hoping for a little revenge, perhaps, against Liz here.
There's a saying, if Liz is in the building, she's on the show.
That's right. Kind of automatic, isn't it?
Pretty much. April's been struggling. She's found 1 pocket delivery so far. Best finish was 10th at the 2015 PWBA Storm Sacramento Open. As a non-member again now, first time as a professional, her first telecast.
Cut it to 22, works on a strike, 7th frame. Looking for some help across the deck, doesn't get it with a messenger for the 10-pin. What a really good opportunity to make things interesting.
All right, 10-pin spare conversion. Goes to the hard plastic ball across lane.
There's 10. Nicole's mom, sister, and niece here from Jackson, Tennessee. Made a long drive to support her in person. Stat pack key numbers. Liz, the first 3. Non-strike frames for her in the 4th and 7th.
Keep her first step nice and short and slow was a big key for her in the approach. Sometimes she gets too fast, she pulls down.
Well, Brooklyn strike this time. It's happening now in each lane where she's crossed over the head pin.
Let's look at April's game. Her swing just gets a little bit outside her body, around her hips a little bit. If she had a little bit more spine tilt to the right, she would get the swing into the path a little bit straighter and cleaner, allow her hand to stay behind it a lot longer, and her trajectory would be more left to right. But that little bump outside most often enough causes that miss to be inside.
Mom and sister right there, behind, rooting her on. Liz got a break on that ball, out of the pocket again. Just a 2-pin standing.
Yeah, so solid on the first few frames. Caught a lucky break to leave only a single pin spare the last frame. But now she's more up the lane, just a little bit outside of target. She's about 3-4, at about 40 feet down. She might have to make a ball change to something stronger in order to pick up in that mid lane. 10, being the seasoned veteran, you know our bodies don't recover quite as quickly as some of the younger athletes out here. I'll give her that little relief and break.
Nice of you.
I'm only 3 years younger, so I feel it myself.
And they've battled some ankle issues this year. We hope you're back on your feet and 100% soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. Looking to make a few shows myself this year, but
Absolutely.
31 pin lead for Liz going in the 9th frame.
Looking to stay clean. Foundation frame. A little light hit, but just the 2-pin up.
Yeah, it looks like the oil's starting to carry down a little bit. The ball isn't reading soon enough. So it's on target. Physically, it was a good execution shot. She's right in the same area as it was. The end of the pattern's roughly around there. But the ball doesn't pick up fast enough. So what I'm looking for, what I see, is she needs something stronger to pick up sooner. She'll go on to win this match, so I'm sure in the 10th frame she might try something different in her bag to give her a better reaction.
Things looking good for Liz Johnson to climb the ladder and make the next match.
Left again off her hand. 3-6-9.
It's happened so many times.
Yep. All right, let's look back here. So here's her shoulder. Now see how the swing is starting to come out this way? Swing comes back a little bit. Hand turns under. Now it starts to tuck back underneath. And she's not able to project the ball more in front of her. Hand gets on the outside of the ball with the elbow. And that's most often the reason why she's missing slightly inward.
Well, it's got to be incredibly frustrating. Chop there. 6 stands. Open frame.
Well, April's in great physical shape. She's going to be a contender with the remaining half of the season left on the tour. Making a lot of progress, learning a lot about the lanes. Billy Murphy's been very helpful to her. She just recently went to Storm after being on another staff with another company. So for her to make her first telecast, learning new equipment, she's done a fabulous job of learning the lanes and the ball motion itself. I'm sure she'll be a contender throughout the rest of the season.
This match is over. Liz Johnson is on the bench, wrapped it up. And there's the 1-3 pocket for April Ellis. A little too late, though, unfortunately, because Liz Johnson has advanced. She'll take on Clara Guerrero of Colombia, major champion in 2016. That comes your way next. Liz Johnson, Hall of Famer, reigning player of the year. Wants to make some noise in 2016 as well, win her 2nd title. Her next match is next. Liz Johnson, 6 strikes en route to win over April Ellis in our first match from the Pepsi PWBA Lincoln Open Finals. 225-184. Moving up the ladder. Watch live early round coverage of all PWBA events, plus live and on-demand coverage of all the best professional bowling action on Extra Frame. Visit www.extraframe.tv for more info or to subscribe today.